Welcome and thanks for joining Basingstoke Salvation Army's daily devotional, Battle Drill, with Lieutenant Rob. For more information, please head to basingstokesalvationarmy.semen.net/battle drill.
Let's turn to our passage for this week for the last time. It's Genesis chapter 45, verses 1 to 15, and I'm reading from the New International Version. Joseph makes himself known. Then Joseph could no longer control himself before all his attendants, and he cried out, "Make everyone leave my presence." So there was no one with Joseph when he made himself known to his brothers. And he wept so loudly that the Egyptians heard him, and Pharaoh's household heard about it. Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Is my father still living?" But his brothers were not able to answer him, because they were terrified at his presence. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "Come close to me." When they had done so, he said, "I am your brother Joseph, the one you sold into Egypt. And now do not be distressed and do not be angry with yourselves for selling me here, because it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you. For 2 years now there has been famine in the land, and for the next 5 years there will be no ploughing and reaping. But God sent me ahead of you to preserve you for you a remnant on earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So then it was not you who sent me here, but God. He made me father to Pharaoh, lord of his entire household and ruler of all Egypt. Now hurry back to my father and say to him, 'This is what your son Joseph says. God has made me lord of all Egypt. Come down to me, don't delay. You shall live in the region of Goshen and be near me, you, your children and grandchildren, your flocks and herds and all you have. I will provide for you there, because 5 years of famine are still to come. Otherwise you and your household and all who belong to you will become destitute. You can see for yourselves, and so can my brother Benjamin, that it is really I who am speaking to you. Tell my father about all the honor accorded me in Egypt, and about everything you have seen, and bring my father down here quickly." Then he threw his arms around his brother Benjamin and wept, and Benjamin embraced him weeping, and he kissed all his brothers and wept over them. Afterwards, his brothers talked with him. Amen. It is often said that hurt people hurt people. When someone has caused us pain and left us deeply wounded, often our first response is to want to hurt them in return. Joseph had a chance to respond to his brothers in anger. He could have destroyed them. He could have had them killed or thrown them into prison where he had spent much of the prime of his life. Instead, he chose to join God in blessing them. Does that seem impossible to you? Joseph made a choice to trust God. His whole life is characterized by moment choices to follow God. He had made the decision that God was good and he could be trusted. So, when he faced a critical decision, that moment when he came face to face with his brothers who had sold him into slavery, when he had a split second to decide what to do, he was ready to make the right choice. We are faced with the same choice. We must make daily decisions on our own walk with God. Do we see God as good? Do we trust him? Or do we want to take control? Our answers are critical if we're going to be the blessing God longs us to be to those around us. So what choice will you make? As you reflect on that today, why not think about this question? What difficult choices might you need to make to be a blessing to those around you? Thanks for being with me on Battle Drill this week. God bless you, and I hope to see you again soon.
We hope you've been encouraged and equipped by this daily devotional. Why not find us on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube by searching for Basingstoke Salvation Army? And join us again soon for another battle drill. God bless you.